Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Diary TV Farm and I am still your girl, Oganekaro Asoe. Today we are going into the serious drama from the Super Eagles camp. Picture this, it's March 25th, 2025 at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo, Nigeria. Desperate for a win in their 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign are up against Zimbabwe. The stakes are high, the tension is palpable, but then bam! Victor Osimhen, Nigeria's talisman, scored in the 74th minute. The crowd erupted, hope is alive, and it feels like the Super Eagles are finally turning their campaign around. But then, in the 90th minute of the game, disaster strikes. Zimbabwe equalized and the game ends 1-1. And let me tell you, Victor Osimhen was not happy about it. Reports and videos circulating online show him visibly furious, even shoving a teammate in frustration. So what went down? Why was Osimhen angry? So angry. What mistakes did his teammate make, and what does this mean for Nigeria World Cup dreams? Buckle up because we are breaking it all down in this video. Let us get into it. First things first, let's talk about why Victor Osimhen was so fired up after this game. This isn't just a draw, it's personal for him. Osimhen has been carrying the weight of Nigeria's attack on his shoulders. Just days before, on March 21st, he bagged a brace against Rwanda, ending a 5-game winless streak for the Super Eagles in these qualifiers. That 2-0 win in Kigali was a statement. Osimhen proving that he is the man to lead the team to the World Cup. So when he scored against Zimbabwe, putting Nigeria ahead 1-0 with a bullet header, you can bet he thought, this is it. We are finally getting it together. But then in the dying moment, it unraveled. Zimbabwe Tawanda Sikrewa slipped through the defense and poked the ball past Stanley Wambali. A 1-1 draw. For Osimhen, this wasn't just a drop point, it was a betrayal of everything he's been fighting for. Think about it. Osimhen is out there hustling, leading from the front, scoring goals, and what does he get in return? A defense that couldn't even hold it together for the final 16 minutes. You can see why he would be livid. Post online have captured him storming around after the whistle, visibly upset, even pushing a teammate away. That is not just anger, this is frustration boiling over. He is not mad because he hates his teammate. He is mad because he knows how much this matters. Missing the 2022 World Cup broke his heart. He said it himself on John Obi Mikel podcast. He is desperate to make 2026 happen and is putting his body and soul into it. So when the team let a lead slip like that, especially at home against a Zimbabwe side sitting at the bottom of the group, it's no wonder he exploded. Now, let's dig into what made Osimhen angry. What went wrong in that game? From what we've seen and heard, it wasn't just bad luck, it was a series of mistakes that cost Nigeria that win. Speculating here, but based on how the match played out, the finger points to the defense and the midfield. First off, let's talk about that 90-minute equalizer. Zimbabwe Shirewa didn't exactly pull off a world-class move. He just waltzed through the backline and slotted it in. Where was the marking? Where was the communication? You've got experienced guys like William Trust, Etonga, Kavibasi back there, but they got caught napping. Ekong, the captain, was bypassed so easily and Basi didn't even close up the space. That's a cardinal sin in football. Letting a guy from a team with just 3 points stroll past you in stoppage time. Then there is the midfield. Wilfred Ndidi had a golden chance to make it 2-0 just before Zimbabwe equalized. Moses Simon played him through, but Ndidi sliced it wise. That is a moment where you bury the game and he fluffed it. If he scores, Zimbabwe morale is crushed and Nigeria cruised to victory. Instead, that miss gave the Warriors a lifeline and they capitalized on it. And let's not forget the earlier chances. Osimhen himself had a volley tipped away, and Alex Iwobi and Ademola Lookman missed opportunity they could have converted. The attack created openings, but the finishing wasn't clinical enough, and the defense didn't protect the lead where it mattered most. Osimhen is out there scoring, leading, and defending set piece, but he can't do it all. He's probably thinking, I'm giving you the lead, why can't you hold it? And that is what sparked this outburst. Let's pivot to the opportunities Nigeria squandered. This game wasn't a cause of Zimbabwe outplaying them. It was the Super Eagles failing to put the game to bed. Earlier on, they dominated possession, peppering Zimbabwe's goal. Osimhen had two big chances in the first half. A volley right from a tight angle that kept that keeper Washington Arobi tipped behind, and a header from a corner that Arobi clawed away. These are moments where a second goal changes everything. And then there is Lookman, who had a clear shot blocked just before halftime, and Iwobi, who fired over when he should have hit the target. These aren't crappy half chances. They are opening a team like Nigeria should be able to finish. In the second half, substitute Tolu Arokodare came close with a header that Arobi saved brilliantly, and this miss we already mentioned. The point is, Nigeria had Zimbabwe on the ropes. They didn't just land the knockout blow. If they've gone 2-0 up or even 3-0, the late goal from Chiwera wouldn't have mattered. Instead, they left the door ajar and Zimbabwe kicked it wide open. Osimhen's anger likely stems from that too. He knows those missed chances kept Zimbabwe in the game. He's out there fighting, creating, scoring, and his teammate didn't match that intensity where it counted. It's a tough pit to swallow when you are the star man trying to drag your team to the World Cup. So, what does this draw mean for Nigeria? Let's break down the implications, because this wasn't just a blip, it was a massive blow. As of March 26, 2025, here is Group C standing. South Africa are the runaway leaders with 13 points after beating Benin 2-0. Benin and Rwanda are tied on 8 points each, and Nigeria sits on 7 points. With only 4 games left, the Super Eagles are 6 points behind South Africa. Only the group winner qualifies automatically for the 2026 World Cup, and the 4 best runner-up go to a playoff. Right now, Nigeria's chances of topping the group are hanging by a thread. The draw against Zimbabwe was a must-win game at home against the bottom team. You have to take 3 points. Instead, they've given South Africa a commanding lead. Nigeria's next big test is an away clash with South Africa in September 2025. Even if they win that, they would still need Bafana to drop points elsewhere, and South Africa looks rock solid. Benin and Rwanda are also in the mix, and Nigeria has got to face both again. Dropping points here means they can't afford any more slip up, but their inconsistency is killing them. They've won just 1 of 6 qualifiers so far. That is not the form of a team that is topping the group. There's a slim hope with South Africa facing a potential 3-point deduction for fielding an ineligible player, but this is uncertain. Without that, Nigeria would need a miracle, 4 wins from 4 and help from other results. Osimhen's anger reflected that urgency. He knows this draw could be the moment their World Cup dream slips away. For a football nation like Nigeria, missing back-to-back World Cups would be a disaster. The pressure is on Coach Eric Chow, the defense, the midfield, in fact, everyone. Osimhen can't do it alone, and this game showed it. So what do you think, fam? Can the Super Eagles turn it around? Drop your thought below and let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, see you. This is Diary TV. Peace.